And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Michael, the so-called FX Freedom, not to call the FX boss. And this is the professional forex trading course, everybody, 101. And this is my echo. Give me a second, everybody. Okay, I need to do this and I need to do that. There you go, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Our last lesson of the week, everybody. How is everybody? Never forget, trading is a learnable skill when we learn in the correct way. Also, never forget that you are going to graduate from this course when, number one, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Today we are going to work on number one. Number two, you have your strategy in place. You understand why your strategy wins, why your strategy loses. And number three, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Alright, everybody? And yes, today we are going to work on number one and number three. And what we're going AUD, USD maybe? AUD, NZD, GBP. Let me find GBP, AUD, GB, Euro AUD. Alright, Euro AUD. Euro AUD, we didn't check Euro AUD for quite a long time. Euro AUD monthly chart, no, Euro CAD better. Euro CAD is going to be better for this lesson, everybody. Alright, what is support, resistance, pivot points? What are those ones? Let's write this down. Trading concept, okay. Support slash resistance slash pivot points are potential levels slash areas of reversal. Okay, everybody, it's a trading concept. Hello Clara, how are you? It's a trading concept. Support, resistance, pivot points are potential levels, typo levels, potential areas of reversal. Okay, everybody, unlock the chart. There you go. Okay, so support, right? Well, let's talk first about support, right? Support, what is support, everybody? Support, okay, support is an area, and I cannot do it like this. Support is a floor. Okay, support is a floor when the market is going to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, is going to hit support. Okay, somebody's going to break or hit, you know, so it's going to hit support. Okay, and then it's going to react. Make sense, everybody? Not that difficult, not that special, right? Okay, support, it's a level of a potential reversal. Okay, so one more thing, right? Remember, support slash resistance slash PP, pivot points, are not lines to the pip, but areas. All right, okay, So this is support. The market is going to make lower lows, highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then it's going to react. Now, what is resistance? Well, resistance goes exactly the same, but in the opposite direction. And resistance, 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 resistance. Okay. So the market is going to go up, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's going to hit the ceiling and is going to react. Okay? Yes, I'm going to explain the difference between an area. Let's go step by step. It's a trading concept. We're working on number 1 and number 3, how to understand the market and charts, maybe the strategy too, right? So we're working on 1 to 3 right now. Okay. Now we have then, talking about the pivot point, we have a bullish pivot point. Bullish, PP stands for pivot point. Okay. Any questions about support, resistance? Not that difficult, right? No brainer, nothing so that special. What is a bullish pivot point? A bullish pivot point, everybody, is a combination of resistance and support. So we call a bullish pivot point when the market is going to start on the downside up, is going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, is going to hit the pivot point, is going to react for a very short term, then is going to break through on the other side of the pivot point, is going to go back on the pivot point, and then is going to continue its own way. Okay? So what is the difference between support, what is the difference between resistance, and what is the difference between the pivot point? In order to be a pivot point, the market must hit or be near, okay, it must hit from different sides the same level. Can you see it, everybody? So the market hit the same level from the downside up, right? It went higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it hit the same level from the upside down. It can hit, break, touch, whatever. Those are not lines. No, pay attention. Those are not lines to the pip. Yesterday Dimitar was asking, no, it's 0.8 what? Those are areas. Okay, but let's go step by step. So we have a support when the market is going to making lower lows, lower highs. It's going to approach support and then it's going to react. You know, it's going to change direction short term. Then we have resistance. It's going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's going to hit the ceiling, change direction short term. And then we have a bullish pivot point when the market is going to hit the pivot point, react short term, break through, and then from the other side retest the same pivot point before it is going to go up. We have already a question. Boss, is it considered a pivot point if it touches or breaks the level just once? No, you must have minimum 2 from different sides. Great question. The answer is no. You need to have from both sides. The market must touch or break through or be near. Okay. Yeah, give me a second. So this is the bullish pivot point. Okay, just in conclusion, then we're going to check the charts. Okay, now what is a bearish pivot point? It's the same but in the opposite direction, right? So lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs is going to hit the floor, is going to break through, you know, and then it's going to hit one more time and then it's going to go down. Whoops. Okay, now this would be a bearish pivot point. Boss, why bearish? Because it's going down, right? Bullish is going up, bearish is going down. So this is the bullish pivot point and clone. This is the edit label bearish, bearish pivot point. Okay. Hello Ernesto, how are you? Okay, everybody, take a screenshot out of the. Take a screenshot of. I'm not sure. Okay, picture, photo, screenshot. Type in the chat once you're done. Type in the chat once you're done. Yes, support, it's a floor, resistance, it's a ceiling, pivot point. The market is going to hit both of them. Can you see it, everybody? Pivot point, it's a mix. Pivot point, it's a combination of. See the bullish pivot point, everybody? You have this in here, don't you? See here, this is resistance, but resistance becomes, we don't know the future, right? So a pivot point is a combination of resistance, you know, now it came on the other side, right? And support. Okay, everybody? Desert Island says okay, Ernest okay, Clara done, very good. Now the bearish is the same, right? Bearish pivot point. Alright, okay, now moving forward. Now with the chart, well, it's a charting trading concept. Let's do it like this. Okay, so it's a charting concept too. Charting / trading concept. Okay, every single time frame has its own support / resistance / pivot point, but the most relevant ones are from the monthly chart. Okay, boss, what does this mean? Give me a second, don't rush. Charting trading concept, every single time frame has its own support, resistance, pivot points, but the most relevant ones are from the monthly chart. Okay, and here you have the homework. Okay, homework. Until next week, homework. Put support / resistance / pivot points on your 4 charts. Okay. One more time. Take a screenshot, photo, picture. Just to be clear, after one touch is a support or resistance, but if it's touched by both sides, it's a pivot point, correct? Yes, sir. This is the rule, correct? One or many touches by one side is support or resistance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct. Okay, everybody, charting trading concept. Every single time frame has its own support, resistance, pivot points, but the most relevant ones are from the monthly chart. Okay? Homework, put support, resistance, pivot points on your 4. I'm going to do this right now. Okay, everybody? Alright. So, I'm going to open euro dollar. It's the euro dollar. Most of you are trading euro dollar. Alright, everybody, I'm on euro dollar monthly chart. Give it a second, delete, okay. I'm zooming out the chart, you know, and we talked about already about the monthly bands, right? The upper band somewhere up in here and the lower band somewhere down in here. Okay, now those two bands count too. Okay, I'm going to start from the upside and I'm going to scroll down to the downside, right? Okay, everybody? Okay, now I'm going to zoom in the chart, right? Okay, now this is resistance. I'm going to color code it. There is no right or wrong, you can do it your way, but me, I'm going to color code resistance in red, pivot points in kind of green, blue, and support in green. Okay, now do we agree that the market hit just one time? You know, we have two candles one time, right? Everybody from the same direction. Okay, do we agree that the market hit? There are two candles, right? But it was one time from one direction. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to red and I'm going to scroll it down, scroll down, 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 down. Now, see in here, everybody? Now the market hit another candle in here, but because this is an area, I'm not going to leave it in here. I'm going to push it further down a little bit. Can you see it, everybody? So I'm connecting this high and this high. Okay. Oh, but it went through. Sure. Remember, everybody, support, resistance. Let's talk about support, right? This is support, just an example. Now, sometimes the market is going to hit support and react. Sometimes the market is going to break through a little bit and react. Still valid. Still valid. Sometimes the market is going to go down like this. Almost hit and react. Is still valid. Okay? Why, boss? Why? Because it's an area. It's not aligned to the pip. You need to learn this, everybody. Print this into your mind. Support, resistance, pivot points are not lines. You know, oh, it hit the line, it hit the 0.127, whatever, and now the market is going to react. Make sense? Okay. This is not a breakout. How do you everybody, we learn this. We've learned this with trends. We've learned this with trends. You know, how do you know that this support becomes a pivot point? Just because the market does this doesn't mean that it broke. Make sense? Once you have a short-term trend on the other side, now you have a breakout or change on the direction or break. Boss, can you repeat, please? Yes, sir. One more time. When the market just breaks a level with one candle on the other side, this is not considered a confirmed breakout. Okay? YouTubers are teaching you that when the candle is on the other side, you have a breakout. Alright? I'm teaching you a little bit differently. In order to be a confirmed breakout, you must have a short-term trend on any time frame on the other side. One candle means nothing. Okay? And this is the reason why when charting support, resistance, pivot points, I'm not going to do high and high, because if I'm doing high and high, those support, resistance, pivot points become lines to the pip. Okay? There is not a wrong. You can choose it, everybody. You can have one in here, one in here, right? It's not wrong, but me personally, I prefer to have one line connecting those two. Okay, still resistance. Then I'm going to do the next. I'm going to scroll down very slowly. I'm looking for highs and lows. Now down, down, down. Here the market hit the two. It's almost hitting here too, so I'm going to scroll it a little bit down, right? Now, can you see, everybody, that the market, this is a high, this is a high, a ceiling, right? But here, you know, the market hit from the upside down 1, 2, 3 times. Do you see it, everybody? The market hit from the upside down. Boss, I cannot see. The market hit from the upside down in here for a few times, and it could not break. Can you see it, everybody? Now this is going to make this line changing colors a pivot point. Okay, now if I clone my monthly chart, clone chart, and go on the weekly, you know, why are we doing this? Because the most relevant ones are from the monthly chart. So now I'm looking at the weekly chart. Now I'm looking at the weekly chart. Can you see, everybody? Those, the same, yes sir, the same pivot points. So from the monthly, you know, I'm seeing this one. Now from the weekly, I can clearly see what the theory was saying before. The market went from the downside up, making higher highs, higher lows, hit the ceiling, reacted, went through the ceiling, and then from the upside down tried to break again. Make sense, everybody? Oh, but it didn't go up. It doesn't need to go up. Make sense, everybody? This is a pivot point. Okay? Exactly. If you don't have this one as a pivot point, then here we are going to have some problems trading, right? Because you might short the market on the 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 15-minute chart. Your reward might be somewhere down in here, and because this is a monthly pivot point, you know, then the probability, not right or wrong, just the probabilities are going to change. Boss, this is a lot of information. Okay, you know, don't stress out, everybody. Today it's a charting exercise. Okay, so I have 2 resistance levels. Now this is one of my pivot points. I'm going to zoom out, starting from the upside, and I'm scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. 1, 2. Do we agree the market hit in here? Hit, touched, you know, here too. The same area, right? Same area, same area, same area here too, right? And not that visible, but still here too, right? Can you see it, everybody? And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit up or a little bit down. Make sense? No, it's not relevant, because you must understand and learn that it's an area. One more time, if you are not sure, because you are going to chart support, resistance, pivot points on all currency pairs of your interest, this is easy to see, this is maybe easy to see, this is easy to see, but this one is difficult to spot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the weekly chart. Now I can see it, right? Now I can see it. from the theory, higher highs, higher lows, find the ceiling, reacted, you know, broke through, you know, from the upside down, reacted, went up, and then reversed, and bam, fall down. Boss, this is different. Well, we are talking about rules. You know, the market hit the same level from the upside down, and then the market hit the same level from the from the downside up. I'm sorry, and then the market hit the same level from the upside down. Okay, on this side, it doesn't need to be a trend. Everybody, make sense? Maybe my bad. You know, I was saying theory, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Then it's going to do this, and then from the upside down. Here, when the market is retesting the pivot point, it doesn't need to be a trend. Make sense? Hedge fund trader Julius, how are you? And again, if you have doubts, everybody, send me an email. You know, oh, check, would you be so kind and check the... Alright? Very good. So I'm going to back on the monthly. So I have now resistance, pivot point. Let's continue. Scrolling down, 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 down. Now here we have some lows. This is a low, this is a low, right? Again, you can leave it like this, you can leave it like this. It's an area. So me personally, I'm going to leave it like this. Why? Because here I have a low, here not, here I have a low, here I have a low. It went through, yes sir, it's an area. Here I have a low too, you know, and I'm going to do one more time, up, scrolling down, you know, and I'm going to leave it here. Okay, everybody? Both, should we connect the ticks, the tails, or the body? Whatever makes sense to you. Alright, it's an area, everybody, it's an area. Okay, I have two in here, not because of this one, because of this one. This one, I need to address this one here. I cannot leave it out, this one. This is a low. I need to address this one, everybody. Okay? And here too, you know, hit the from the downside up, sideways consolidation, upside down. Alright? Back again. So I'm scrolling down, 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 down. Now I can see, you know, tails. Here is the tail, here is the tail. A lot of tails in here. So I'm connecting this one with those. See in here? Again, one more time, you know, it doesn't matter if you put like in this or like, let's color code. So this and clone, or this, changing color, just for you to see. So just for comparison, if you leave it blue or if you leave it orange, you know, has the same function. Okay, everybody? It's exactly, you must understand those are areas. Some of you still have problems, everybody. Those are areas. Make sense? Look up in here, everybody. Do you see this? Do you see this tail? And do you see this tail in here? Don't we have two tails? Everybody, don't we have two tails up in here? We have, right? Don't we have two tails? Okay. But I chose to put my pivot point down in here. Make sense? Not on the tails, on the bodies. Make sense, everybody? There is no right or wrong. Listen to me, because I'm not going to go back. Some of you are not listening to me. try to understand that those two, talking about support, resistance, pivot points, have the same function. There is no, oh, one is right, there is, but somebody's asking, both, boss, can we have both? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right? Up in here, you can have both too. You can put one line on the tails, one line on the bodies, up to you. But me, personally, I prefer to have less things on the chart. So my pivot point is going to be like this. And I'm seeing the market still can go up further, but I also understand, well, this is an area, alright? Down in here too, it's still the same. Okay, you can have it like this, you can have it like this, you can leave it both, not a problem. Okay, everybody, those are, now I'm going to clone. Now I'm going to go down, 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 down. The next one is down in here. Okay, not because of the previous orange line, because down here I have a high. So I'm connecting highs and lows. I'm connecting bodies of the highs and lows. And don't bother, right? Well, the next one, it's easy, right? Now this is half of the chart almost. And if you are tired, everybody, if your eyes are tired, start from the downside and you scroll up, 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 and you're looking for highs and lows, you know, and there you go. The next one is going to be like this. Again, you have bodies here too, don't worry, this one, you know, you can have it like this too, makes sense? I'm going to clone, scroll down, 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 there you go, another one in here. Tail, tail, body and tail, and clone, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, there you go. End of the tail, a few bodies and tails, a few tails. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Now here I have a tail, here I have a high, another high. Okay, everybody, can you do this? Boss, I'm not sure. Don't bother, just connect or tails or bodies, everybody. Alright? One more time, I'm not sure, or I have it up in here or down in here. It has the same function. Please understand that it has the same function. Those are areas. Okay? Can you do this, everybody? Now you can zoom out. Okay? From the downside up, right? Now this one I'm going to color code in green. This is support from the monthly. Right? Support from the monthly. Now I'm going to clone and I'm going to scroll it up, 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 up. Here I have two lows, here I have a low, here I have nothing. Let's zoom out, let's zoom out. Okay, still a support, right? Now I'm going to down here, scrolling up, 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 up. Now here I have two lows. We need to zoom in. We have a helicopter right now, very good. Okay, now see the market hit from the upside down, but from the downside up. Now this is a pivot point, right? Pivot point, the market hit in here, the market hit in here, the same level, the market hit in here from a different side. Any comment, recommendation on how many support, resistance, pivot points are enough on the monthly chart? How many pips between one or another? No. No. You must, like everybody, you must try to learn to trust yourself. Make sense? It makes no difference. Okay? Everybody, make sense? Ernesto and everybody else, let's put it in another way, okay? Now, I'm going to, so this is my pivot point, and I'm going to do it like, what would be the example? Okay, now, see Ernesto, this is wrong, you know? Do you see it, everybody? Do you see it? This is now wrong, okay? Do you have any recommendation on how many pips between one and another? No such thing. But unless you are not doing this, you are crossing bodies and tails to this, you know, this is just follow the rules, everybody. Make sense? Is this support, resistance, or a pivot point? My friend Ernesto, is this line a support, resistance, or pivot point? And maybe a bad example because you have a low in here, right? I tricked myself. Let's put it down in here. Okay, there you go. Right? A little bit lower. Now, is this a support, resistance, or pivot point? You know? Did the market hit and react? Did the market hit and react? Did the market hit and react, everybody? Exactly, no. So if you are not doing this, then you should be okay. Make sense, everybody? Just follow the rules. Yeah, support, resistance, pivot point, it's a little bit subjective from one trader to another. But you can see it on the chart, right? Just connect or bodies of the candles or tails. Alright? Moving forward. Let me check the time. Okay. Let me check the time. Okay, so one more scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Here you have 1, 2. See everybody? You can leave it like it is right now, but I'm missing this one. So I prefer to have it a little bit further up. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have this one, and I'm going to have this one. Alright? And in between here too, you know, you have clone, you have a lot of tails. Here, see, tails, high, 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 high in here. The market hit the same level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay? Now, in between, there is a lot of space. Do we have any highs or lows in between, everybody? Do we have any highs and lows in between this space? Do we have any areas that you can connect? Well, maybe again, right? This is a low, right? This is a low. So if you want, you can put another one in here. This is a low. Low in here, connected to this high in here, right? So the answer was yes. What about this in this space in between in here? Now this is the one I would not draw, you know. You have a low in here, but those two are so near. Okay, there is no right or wrong. You can have 2 if you want, and if you connect this, looks like it's forming a high, you know, this high connecting to these levels here, maybe, you know. How do you differentiate between drawn pivot and calculated daily pivots? Desert Island, you are not going to like the answer. Everybody, man, what can I tell you? There is a mathematical formula, everybody, you know, that indicators calculate daily pivot point support and resistance. Okay? It's a mathematical formula, but in my humble opinion, the calculated pivot points don't work. Fair enough. In my humble opinion, we have a trader in our group, advanced trader in the Forex course 202, the advanced institutional course, and he's trading the daily calculated pivots. And I can tell you from experience, many times, you know, the market is not doing what the why? Because it's a mathematical formula and it doesn't work. Fair enough, Island? It doesn't. It's a formula that it's shooting, you know, it's shooting in the dark. Okay? Drawn pivot points are like we are doing right now. Calculation is depending on the formula. I know some of them are taking the previous daily high and low, some of them close and open, some of them are taking the last 5 days, some formulas take it last 2 days, and they dividing, some of the formulas dividing by the ATR, yes sir. Some of them are, depending on the formula, there are different formulas. Alright? Sometimes they'll all line up. Well, again, we have, it's an opinion, makes sense everybody. If it works for you, use the calculated daily pivot points. Fair enough? Okay everybody, we need to run. Alright, now this is the monthly chart. Not finished yet. It's not finished yet. Okay? And we are going to start from here. And I'm going to clone the chart and I'm going to go on the daily. And then going to clone the chart and I'm going to go on the 4-hour chart. Okay? We are on the daily. Everybody, now everybody listen to me now. You are looking at the daily chart with the support resistance pivot points from the monthly. Okay, so the market's going down, went through, you know, went through and didn't react, went down, the next 2 pivot points from the monthly, and down. See everybody? So here is an example. The market didn't react to this one, the market didn't react to this one, but then the market reacted to this one. Boss, it didn't touch, it's an area. And then what happened? It went, this is number 3. This is number 3. You have a complete understanding of how this market works. Okay? Isn't curious how the market works? The market went from this pivot point, went up to this pivot point and reacted. Went back down to the next 2. See everybody in here? React just a little bit, then we have a big reaction. This is a daily chart. Pushed hard highs, hard lows, went back down. This time it reacted in between, went back down, went through, down, you know, down, and here reacted to this pivot point, right? And then reacted when you don't have the crystal ball, but you can see we're going to learn candlestick formations, you know. So the market pushed up, pushed back down, further down. See here, reacted to the pivot point. Okay. Now, if this is the market wave extension, retracement extension, and I'm seeing a pivot point near this area, where do I expect most likely the market to reverse? Should I expect the market to reverse at this pivot point, or should I expect the market to reverse at this higher pivot point? No, this is no guarantee. This is probabilistic thinking. Let's see what is going to happen. Went down, up, little bit down, down. Okay, so the market reacted to the first one, not this one. Agreed. And it went back up, 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 up and down, right? Here the market reacted to this pivot point. Here the market reacted to this pivot point. Okay. And let me see how it went. Up and down, up and down. So this was the chart from before, right? And let me find an example for you. Well, this might be, not the best example, but still, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, right? And you don't have the crystal ball. And now the market is retracing, and can you see it, everybody? We don't have time today to check we're going to do this tomorrow. So here you have a reaction at the pivot point, and this pivot point is aligned with, come on, this high. Okay, then the market went down. Why? Because this was aligned, this low was aligned with this high. And then went back up, and give me a second, everybody. Boss, what has this to do with trading? Well, if you are trading on any time frame, just an example, everybody, try to understand this one. If you are trading on any time frame and your reward is up in here, but you can see a reaction because of the pivot point, then maybe, just maybe, you should profit take. This is a conversation for the advanced course. Maybe, just maybe, you should profit take and not let your winner turn into a loser. So, counter trend line breaking here. This was, my entry was in here, So if I just let the market do what it wants to do, look at all of this profit that it was lost, in the sense of you might not lose on the trade, but why wouldn't you pocket 2000 pips or 200 pips? Make sense? This is not beginner trader talk anymore, this is advanced trader talk. Okay? Yes, it depends on the strategy, but in here the manager would call you and tell, okay, why did you let all of these profits on the table? Boss, I didn't know. Well, you have a pivot point there, you have a bearish candlestick formation which you didn't learn yet, and the market, now we are on the daily, and the market changed the short-term trend. Can you see it, everybody? 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. This was, now it's the 4-hour chart. You had an extension, and then you have lower lows, lower highs. And you didn't act. And this is in the advanced course. You are going to learn how to leave on the table less money. Okay? Okay, everybody, our time is up. See you back on Monday. See you back on Monday, everybody. Happy weekend. I need to go. See you back on Monday. Until Monday, stay strong. Practice. You have the homework. Okay?